What's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, we're doing a sit-down Q&A. We have our little friend Rocket. As you guys know, he followed me on Instagram. I do have a brand new puppy. He is a full purebred corgi and he is absolutely my entire soul. I love him so much. I'll be answering some of the questions that you guys asked in my most recent Instagram story. I'll be doing some of them here in this YouTube channel, as well as some of them will be popped up in my story as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. So my gym is actually located outside of Toronto. I claim Toronto, but I'm actually just 20-30 minutes north. So I train out of Aurora, and then I also train out of Richmond Hill. So if you guys are looking for someone to train you in the GTA/York region, that's kind of where I'm located, but I also do the virtual stuff as well as online. So if you're not directly within the GTA or you're in a different country, don't worry, we can still work together. I started working out when I was technically a gymnast, like when I was really young. That's when I started working out. But in terms of actually like stepping foot into a gym, it would have been in 2013 when I got into university. That was kind of the whole, you know, the freshman 13, as well as joining a team sports team. I wanted to make sure that I was one, in shape for it, as well as in shape for the actual team itself. So that was my first overall like impression / entering into the gym space back in 2013. Definitely locked into my bodybuilding competition. I actually wanted to update you guys on this too. My calisthenics competition that I was supposed to do July 15th in LA, I actually postponed that one just because I knew with the shift and focus of bodybuilding, I wasn't putting as much attention as I wanted to in calisthenics. So I think overall, the whole prepping for two things at once was a little bit ambitious. So we did change it where I'm just gonna be focusing purely on bodybuilding up until October and November, and then into the new year 2024 is when we're gonna also focus on calisthenics, just so I have two separate competitions. I can focus on each of them individually and just not worry about them overlapping or not being able to commit 100% to either. So 100% I am dialed in to my bodybuilding competition. I am currently finding the prep not that challenging. I'm still quite a bit out of ways. I think I'm 15 weeks, so it hasn't gotten super hard yet, but I am enjoying the challenge and just the routine of everything, being able to know exactly what I'm eating every single day when I go into the gym, what my workouts are gonna be. So it's definitely a good mental challenge, but I'm still having fun along the way. Currently right now, I actually don't have to log anything. In terms of macros, I am following them, but my coach Jody actually just gives me a whole detailed meal plan, which makes it so much easier for me. I did used to track macros back in 2019 when I competed, but I found that was just kind of a little bit more hard in terms of just being able to create your meals, making sure you hit them all within a certain time period and everything. So now that I'm on a strict meal plan, it is so much easier. I wake up, I know what I'm having for breakfast, snack, my different lunches, as well as my dinner, and I personally find it a lot easier to follow. It is a little bit more boring, but it definitely makes it easier to stick to routine. Ooh, something new that I'm doing. Well, being a dog mom obviously is very new, and it definitely puts a smile on my face. So this little guy, he's sleeping. Rocket is definitely someone who has challenged me because he's just like the first thing I've taken care of that's like not myself. So it's a challenge, but it's very fun. And obviously having a puppy, how can you not be happy? So he definitely puts a smile on my face. And then I would say something else that has made me happy in the last little bit has definitely been the overall competition prep. I do think there's I make it a game almost. So every single day when I have my specific goals that I have to hit, the whole point of it is to hit 100 for 100, like win the game at the end of the day. And when I do that every single day, it does put a smile on my face. It gives me something to be proud of every single day, that I've committed this time, I've put myself in this position, and I'm focused, and I'm having fun, and I'm accomplishing what I set out to. Best exercise. I don't know if it's necessarily an exercise, but the best thing for flexibility is consistency. I mean, you can do the same stretch and just do it once and then never again. Even though it's the best stretch, it's not gonna really get you anywhere. It's being able to commit the time and the dedication to repeatedly stretching a specific way in order to get the results. And different things are for different people. I would say most or majority of people are very tight in their hips. So the best stretch in just a general terms would be to make sure that you're stretching out your hips, doing a lot of 90-90 hip openers, as well as deep squats, just making sure that you're doing some active stretching as well as static stretching in order to help with those joints and muscles just kind of like loosen up and become as mobile and flexible as possible. Ooh, okay. Let me think, because it's not my program, it's Jody's program, and I just got it on July 1st, so it's relatively new in my head. The first day is going to be a leg day, and it is so killer. This one is primarily focused on quads and glutes. And then we have a back and shoulders day, and then we have a chest. And then we also have like a full fitness / cardio day. So this one can either be any of my fitness skills, fitness training. So anything that's in Monkey Vault can be just done as a workout and that's it. Or if I don't have time to go to Monkey Vault that day, I can literally just do more of a like high intensity cardio style workout just to get my heart rate up as well. And then we have, I believe it's shoulders and then hamstrings is my last day. And I have 1 to 2 rest days, and I'm not supposed to work out more than 4 days in a row because I'm trying to grow and gain a little bit more muscle. We want to make sure that I'm having that proper recovery time. So there is a ton of volume in my program. Everything is super heavy. It's definitely different than how I was training before, which is really fun to see the results. And I'm going to be sharing that all with you soon. Just kind of the comparisons of where I started versus where I am. And of course, the overall end picture of me stepping on stage. So that is currently what we're working with. And this is my 3rd phase with Jody, and we have many more to come. So my biggest piece of advice, if you're a newbie for calisthenics, is master the essentials or the fundamentals of calisthenics. That'd be your pull-up, your push-up, and your squats. Once you have those mastered, you can then get into something that's a little bit more advanced. So that's gonna be your pistol squats, your muscle ups, your levers, your planches, your handstand push-ups. But you need to have a nice strong foundation of those 3 elements. I would even probably add in dips as well. So make it 4, so it'd be push-up, dips, pull-ups, and squats. And then of course, there's so many different resources. I work with Mike. He's my coach. He is incredible. I have posted stuff on my YouTube channel for beginner calisthenics as well as on my app. But if you check out Mike as well, he's got an extensive stuff on his YouTube as well as extensive tutorials, everything like that, as well as an Instagram page. So make sure to check that stuff out if you're a beginner. And then of course, going to those community events, the calisthenics meetups, if you guys have them in your area, just go and have fun. It literally doesn't matter if you're a beginner, you're gonna have so much fun and learn so much from all the people that are there, because the calisthenics community is one of the most friendliest, nicest communities you're ever gonna meet. Absolutely not. I fully believe that no matter what age you're at, you can literally accomplish anything that you set your mind to. You just have to be realistic that sometimes it's going to take a little bit longer. Being a little bit older, obviously, if you have no background at all in calisthenics or flipping or anything like that, you have to, again, take the time to build that strong foundation, and then you can get into the more fancier, fun tricks. But as long as you stay dedicated, you train smart, as well as just have the patience with yourself, you can definitely accomplish a lot more than you think. I know a lot of people who didn't even start backflipping until they were in their mid-30s, and now they're doing backflips and they're like in their 40s. So nothing is impossible. No matter what your age, no matter like where you are in your life, as long as you make the time, it is definitely possible. To save the, okay, so if I'm actually saving the planet, I think my superpower would be different than if I just like wanted a superpower. If I wanted to save the planet, I would want the superpower of Captain Marvel, because she can literally just do anything. She's like a little superhuman. So I think that would be the best one. Or I'd want to just be Hulk, so I could just like Hulk out and save the world. Those are my 2 options. So if you're someone who's first starting their fitness journey, my biggest piece of advice is to get through that like threshold, that door. And I know it's so scary, and you don't necessarily have to go in with a whole game plan. Sometimes people go in too hot and too heavy. They're like, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna nutrition, cardio, everything. And they build up this massive plan and they go to execute, and it's like, how do I even do this? So I definitely suggest, if you're a beginner, like start very slow, start realistic. So if your first goal is to like literally just like, let me just go sign up for a membership, let me just go into a gym, sign up, look around, get familiar with the space, that is a perfect way to start. And then I would say step 2 is, if you're someone who needs that little bit of extra support, maybe find a gym buddy to go with you. You guys can both start your journeys together. Or if you're someone who's completely independent, like I was, I personally like going in by myself. I just picked like a simple workout that I could do, just body weight, yoga mat in the studio, a little bit more privacy, and just get it done. So definitely just do it at your own pace, what you feel is more comfortable for you. You don't have to go in and just all of a sudden do like a PR deadlift or a squat or like do all these crazy things. Start slow and start realistic with yourself, and you can slowly build those blocks into your entire fitness journey. That's going to be absolutely amazing. This is a funny question. So obviously you guys see on my Instagram me having so much fun doing all my flips and training with my friends, but it has taken me a very long time to get to this point, and even still to this day, I still work with my own business, which is my Little T Fitness training business, as well as having my social media platforms. So to give you like a big picture of like what work actually looks like for me, I typically wake up at 6 a.m. I train clients from 7 a.m. to around 12 or 1, and that is either in person or online. And then I also give myself a period of time throughout the day to do online programming, whether it's for my clients as well, which is my business, or also for things like my app or planning out my social media posts, stuff like that. And then of course, there's also the filming that goes into social media. So today we're filming a YouTube video, as well as we also film reels, we film just like little BTS stuff, as well as vlogging, tutorials, everything like that. So I know it may seem like my work is just so much fun that I just get to flip around and train, but in addition to having like a full-on life outside of that, so my social life, my training life, everything like that, I still have to fit in 2 jobs, which is social media as well as my business. So I definitely do work. Everything is fitness related, so you can say I am just someone who is in the gym a lot, but a lot of it goes, like there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't necessarily know of. So that's a little bit more about my actual work life. Day 1, I had no confidence. I'm actually someone who's got a very low confidence. I did definitely when I was younger, and I think it's only within the last, I would say 3-4 years that I've actually gained a lot of confidence. So stepping into the gym or stepping into social media in general, years ago, I was super shy. I think I briefly talked about it in my story, where like I felt like I needed to filter my face. I needed to only show like specific parts of me because I felt like I was just too shy to show like the real me, unfiltered, everything like that. And especially stepping into the gym, I was so shy. I would again go to more of like the corner of the gym, not seen. I was so nervous to go into even like the free weights section. I was just like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be doing something right. I don't know if someone's gonna come up to me and tell me I'm doing it wrong. And so my self-confidence was definitely lower. And now as I'm older and I've gone through life and I've learned a ton of things, one, I realized that if you're in the gym and you're working out, there's literally no one paying attention to you. You guys see my videos in the background, like I'll be doing crazy flips, handstands, and like literally no one is even looking my direction. So if you're someone who's shy or nervous about that, just know that when you're going into the gym, people are just focused on themselves. And if you're someone who's self-conscious or has a lower self-esteem, like that's something that you can just kind of like help remind yourself that no one's actually paying attention to you and everything's fine. And it comes with social media. You just get to the point where you realize that if you show your authentic self, your true self, the people who don't like that or the people who are going to be negative aren't your people. And the people who do gravitate towards you, who want to support you, who want to be there for you, and who can relate to you, like those are your people that you're posting for. You're posting for your community, for people who are like-minded and who appreciate you. And so you should never feel like you have to fit a different mold in order to be liked on social media or like liked in general in the world. So confidence-wise, those are things that have helped me to make me just be myself and not have to worry about anything, and just know that when I walk into a room, whoever gravitates towards me are like my type of people, and I don't have to worry about anything else other than just being myself and having fun. Health-wise, because I know that it's just all about self-confidence, health-wise, I would say that now, especially because I'm in prep, I'm definitely more calculated, more dialed in. I'm taking a lot more supplements. I'm paying attention to more of like my carbs, protein, fats, as well as my workouts and my recovery. I would say when I first started, I literally knew limited on that. I knew enough about the actual like human anatomy and working out and stuff like that because I had a kinesiology degree, but in terms of the nutrition side, I hadn't really gone to a specific course for that in university. So stepping in, I just thought like anything was healthy. Like as long as I was eating healthy food, I was gonna be like fine, but I didn't pay attention to my quantities or anything like that. So in terms of health, I'm definitely more well-rounded, more educated now than I was when I started. Luckily, where I am in Richmond Hill, it actually isn't too bad. That being said, I still don't work out outside. I actually have an air purifier in my house just because I don't want like the outside air being filtered in throughout my condo or my apartment, sorry. But I do know that downtown Toronto, as well as other places in Canada, have like really bad smoke warnings. So I personally would not recommend working outside, especially if you're doing something like running or heavy hit or anything like that. Like you just don't really want to be breathing in those like super toxic smoke, especially from all the forest fires. So when it rains and the air clears out, by all means, then it's all good. But if there definitely is a warning for just like the air and the cleanliness of it, I definitely would not be working out outside. And also just in general, if you're working outside, always wear sunscreen. Trick question, because you should have it both. So I have my pre-workout meal is usually 120 grams of chicken, 100 grams of rice, as well as any type of green vegetable. And then on my way to the gym, I have 1 rice cake. And then coming home from the gym, I literally have that exact same meal. So it's the 120 grams of chicken, 100 grams of rice, and then whatever veg. So you wanna have protein before you work out as well as after you work out. In my opinion, if you are someone who's trying to gain strength, don't work out on an empty stomach. I know a lot of people fast, but if you are having that goal of trying to like build your muscle, get a little bit bigger, have more muscle mass to you, working out fasted is no bueno. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people are out there like promoting that. And so for someone who's going through something right now where I'm purposely trying to put on muscle, it is super important for me to be eating before my workouts as well as after my workouts and making sure I have a good balance of both proteins, fats, and carbs. Least favorite workout would be deadlifts. I hate deadlifts so much. So in general, I don't really like working my hamstrings. And I think it's because for the longest time, like I could just never feel it. And that's probably because I just didn't work it properly. And so now that I do work hamstrings, I slightly have liked it better, but I still just don't like the overall movement of deadlifts. I just don't like doing them. Like, so you'll never see me on my Instagram like posting like a PR of my deadlift really. I definitely work them and I try to go heavier, but it's not like I have like a whole just deadlift day. That would be like the worst workout day for me in my entire life because I just don't enjoy the movement that much. Specifically for prep, what's kept me motivated is knowing where I want to be in the end product. I know I want to be able to step on stage and be proud of everything I've done. So in terms of motivation through this entire prep, I just think of that. And again, it's that whole like daily goal setting for myself, because if I can win every single day, then at the end when I do perform and I have that final stepping on stage, I'll feel like I've done my best, and that's what keeps me motivated. In terms of just like overall, like why I stay in fitness, why I post on social media, etc., is one, I love the community that's been built and the people that I can reach out to and talk to and consider my friends. They keep me so accountable and so motivated to always show up for myself. And then another part of it is just the fact that I've been able to explore so many different avenues of fitness that keeps me, one, entertained, but again, also challenged, which in turn, both of those two things help keep me motivated in the space of fitness. So if you're someone who's struggling with motivation, try just changing up your workout, try finding a new friend group or just another friend to work out with, anything like that to kind of just help you keep you in the great mindset. And then of course, maybe setting yourself a specific challenge that you can kind of just stay motivated towards and work towards. Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like I will. Maybe we'll do a more like cinematographic, is that the right word? Whatever word it is, a nice cinema type thing of my entire, cinematic, a nice cinematic YouTube video of kind of like my entire start and how I became who I am today. We can even touch on things of like my adoption story, a little bit of my family if they are willing, as well as just like life through university and then now who I am today. I don't think I have like necessarily a super interesting story, so that's why I think I've never really done it or shared it too much, but more than happy to do like a little like short form film type video for my YouTube. One, just for fun, but then two, just so you guys can know a little bit more about me and my background. That is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the questions that we answered. Again, there's gonna be some on this YouTube channel as well as some popped up in my stories, so make sure you have notifications on for both. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Sleepy. Bye-bye. Bye.